Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library and the Guiding Ohio Online Grant. This is Shelley, and we're going to look at a website this week titled Twiddla. And this website is an online whiteboard that can be used. It does have a 20-minute limit if you are using it with the free version, which I would recommend. Twiddla actually was developed clear back in 2007 as a site that you could go to, and this works out great to have the ability to share with others. So it could be with a student and teacher situation. It could simply be between friends that are working together. It could be something that even in a business situation that you are possibly sharing with others. Or if you even just need to help out maybe a family member or something when it comes to how to do something on the web or create together. So with Twiddla, there's no setup, and like I said before, it is free for the 20-minute version. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go simply to the Start the New Whiteboard. I'm going to not do anything when it comes to the 30-day trial or even the login. So I'm just simply going to start a new whiteboard. And when I click on this to start the new whiteboard, what will happen is I will have a whiteboard that pops up. This always shows here to begin with, and then what you'll see here is you will see up here where it says guest. So I can change this over, and I can put my name in there, and then what I am actually sharing with someone else is this link. So if I were to take this link and I would copy it, I could text this to somebody, I could send it in as an email, but obviously when you're doing this, this is interaction between you and another person at the same time. So you would want to be sending that information out in a timely manner. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share that out to myself on a different screen, and on this other screen you can see here I've just changed a name here, and this is Sally, this is myself, where I am currently working. So what you have up above here across the ribbon area is very similar to what you see in most programs, and so I have the option here. I can first to draw, and I have all these different options. I can change my colors, I can change the size, and when I simply draw, it is going to make whatever I am drawing show below. I can go to erase, and I'm going to have my eraser that I can click and drag. I have my shapes, same thing. I could change my colors again, and I'm going to draw shapes based upon what I pick. So I'm going to draw a couple different shapes there. I then can actually, I want to show you how you can go to select, and so I can pick which shape, and then I could move it around. I could pick what I'm drawn and move it as well. Then I have the option of text, and what I want to make everyone aware is I am creating this video in Chrome, and I've done that on purpose because of how I share this out. But I want to make you aware that in Chrome, you cannot no longer use the text option. If you notice, I click, nothing happens. If I'm using a different web browser, Firefox, Safari, I know for sure those work. If I go to my text options in a different web browser, it does work. So you noticed I am actually using Firefox as Sally. And when I clicked on the text option there, I clicked on the text box, and that came up. I clicked on the text bubble, same thing, as well as the text shape here. So any of those seem to work when you're in a different web browser, but for some reason it no longer works in Chrome. And then I have my option here with a web page, so I can click on web page and I can actually put an address in. I'm going to pick the libraries. I'm going to click open. It is going to take me to a whole new whiteboard. So I will click here on OK, and oops, wrong one. Oh, I spelled incorrectly. So let's go back, go to the web page, and I'm going to type in, and this time we'll spell it as it is mypcdl.org. And when I say OK, I now will go out. It will grab the Putnam County website. Now, this is what is referred to as a static page. So in other words, really all it's done is it's taken a picture of the Putnam County District Library. If you notice, typically when you're looking at the library site, this image will change with all the different activities that are going on in the library. This is just like a picture, so it's not going to change. But I do have the web page, so if I wanted to, for some reason, talk about the web page and I wanted to say, okay, this is the location where you would go to search for movies and books. Notice I can draw over top of that. Same thing if I wanted to say, okay, this is where you would go to find different online learning information that is available through this Guiding Ohio Online Grant. This is where you would go. So it's taken this and made an image of a website. Same thing, I can go to documents, and when I go to documents, I can actually go out and search on my computer, find a document and upload it, as well as I could do the same thing with an image. So when I go to any of these, you'll notice what happens is it comes across, and these actually, when you click on any of these four, it actually shows here as well. Etherpad to me is very confusing. It's supposed to be where you can go on and type and share back and forth, and I think anymore there's better tools for that. So I'm going to just go to image real quick so you can see. I'll go to choose file, and all of these will pop up. I'll go to Ringo and I transfer that in. Then I'm going to click here and I'm going to say OK, and then you're going to see a lovely picture of Ringo. So that is what the different options are in terms of creating a whiteboard and all of your different choices you have. The one that I did not share yet, but the back is share with you was we went through the different drawing options as well as the different colors, lines, shapes. I did not show the grid. If I go, this is no grid. If I go here, I've got grid lines, and here as well, I would have grid lines. And then over here is where the countdown is happening, and as well as, say I had this and I had drawn on here and I had clicked and made some shapes, I could go to save, and I'm going to get a snapshot of this, whatever we had worked on. It's only going to be a snapshot image, and then we would have that information later. The other thing is down here at the bottom, you do have the same type of information. You have images. This shows different images that we have added, and we could take these images as well as some basic images that are always existing, but you can see how my image here with the dog shows up. And then if I go to documents, same thing. If I had any documents I added, they'd show up. And then mathematical formulas. So these show up, and I can actually click and I can drag and put that mathematical image in. So that is basic Twiddla. Very simple online whiteboard whiteboard-based tool that can be used to, like I said, share with others. Just keep in mind you do have a 20-minute limit, and once you are finished, if for some reason then you do need to go back and you want to go back and maybe make another, maybe you needed longer time or so forth, you would be losing everything unless you had saved your image. And what I have seen is it does appear like the best option for you is to quit whatever web browser you are using and open a new web browser back up. Next week, we are going to look at 10 different Windows shortcuts that are available. That session will happen on April 5th. And just as a friendly reminder, there are options throughout the week in terms of getting help, tech help from myself at Ottawa, as well as Kalida, Fort Jennings, and Ottaville. And there are options to also get help at Ottawa from Nancy and Addie. So that are one-on-one sessions that are available, and you can contact the library and sign up for a time. Thank you. Hope everyone has a great week.